all her crew, and now we finally got her. Madonna, nice meeting you and nice talking to you. And congratulations for your new album, Bedtime Stories.
Thank you.
I honestly love it. And why did you change the sex part to the romantic part of this album?
Well,
You don't know.
I think that I was exploring eroticism, and now I'm exploring romance, which isn't to say that there weren't romantic songs on my last album. It's just that it was more concentrated on eroticism.
And now you're a romantic woman.
Am I a romantic woman? I think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Spokesmen for rock singer Madonna say Metro Police and the Crown Attorney's Office threatened to arrest the star last night for lewd and obscene behavior. However, the police department tonight has a different story. Headquarters says officers checked out the show on complaints from the public, found nothing wrong, and left without incident.
Why do you think the press here in the United States was so bad with you? Because you talk about sex. Do you think that they don't accept sex here, or what is it?
I think sex is still a very taboo subject, and the only people that Americans feel comfortable with speaking out loud about it is men. I mean, women aren't traditionally very vocal about sexual politics, sexuality, eroticism, whatever.
And why did you talk about it? Knowing that here in the United States they wouldn't like it.
Why? Because I think it should change. I think it should be as commonplace for a woman to talk about sex and be free about expressing her sexual fantasies or her sexuality as men are.
Wanting, needing, waiting,
Which is the hardest part of being Madonna, so huge, so famous?
The hardest part?
Yeah.
I guess being so completely misinterpreted on a regular basis.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Which are the biggest?
Misquoted, misinterpreted, I don't know, I guess misunderstood. What?
Which is the biggest misunderstanding?
That I'm sad and lonely, and I'm all by myself, and I sit at home every night crying in my room, and I don't have any fun. Okay, stuff like that.
Okay. Are you afraid of aging and of death?
She asked me that question.
Okay, well, it's incredible.
Just like everybody else, yeah. Sure.
Which is the thing you want to do the most in your career? I mean, movies, singing, touring, writing, songs.
Being happy.
Not working.
No, work is part of my life. I mean, I love what I do, so I wouldn't. It's not a burden for me.
And how do you see yourself in about 20 years, for example? Working so hard, or
I have no idea. I'm living in the present.
wouldn't like to have some vacation?
I take vacations all the time. That's another misconception, that I never
Everybody
take
thinks
vacations.
that you work all the time. You don't work.
I work a lot, but I take a lot of vacations, too. Little ones, here and there. You know.
How do you make to take a vacation? For example, you're known here, you're known in Japan, you're known everywhere. How do you go to a place where...
I go to Alaska. No, I mostly when I'm not working, I go to Miami. I have a house in Miami on the water, on the bay. It's really peaceful and quiet, and nobody bothers me.
Is it true that you want to be a mother now?
She asked me that.
Oh.
Yes, that's true.
And you have to... Also...
I'm not putting ads in the newspaper, okay?
No? Oh, okay. That is one of the misunderstandings.
Yes.
And you have the father selected, yeah?
Yeah, I selected him. I went out on the street. I made a list. I interviewed people.
What would you teach to your son or your daughter?
What would I teach?
Yeah, what's the...
To never believe what they read in newspapers.
Because they can read something from their mother that is not true.
About anybody, not just me. No, seriously, I would teach them to... I would teach them to believe in themselves and to have self-respect. And I think the most important thing is to help them feel comfortable with who they are and to make them feel loved and feel that they are lovable. Yeah.
Which was the most painful moment in your life?
The most painful? Probably my mother's death.
Little girl, don't you forget her face, laughing away your tears.
You talk about it inside of me now, one of your songs, and it's hard to talk about her. And
it's getting easier. I think it took me. I think that song inside of me was a song that took me many years to be able to write.
And did she tell you bedtime stories when you were a child?
My father told the stories, not my mother. I don't remember my mother telling the story.
You seem to be very concerned about your father's opinion about your career.
My father's approval.
Yeah?
Yes, well.
Does he approve?
Isn't everyone?
Yeah, that's true, but does he approve? Do you know his opinion?
So? Did my father disown me? No. No? You look so happy. Really? Oh, God, I was so afraid to be like a virgin.
I think that he accepts it more. I think he's come to a better understanding of what I want to do. I think he will never truly and completely understand what I do, but I don't think he's judgmental. I don't think that if he sees something that I do and he doesn't like it, he doesn't love me any less, or he doesn't call me up and say, no, I don't like that. I mean, he leaves me alone and lets me do what I want to do.
Which is the best memory you have of your childhood?
Best memory? That's a tough question. They both involve sleeping. One of them is sleeping with my mother, in between my mother and my father one night, and after my mother had been in the hospital for a really long time, and she came home, and then my favorite thing to do always was to fall asleep on my father's lap at night, and then he would carry me to bed, and I would be awake, but I would pretend that I was sleeping, so he would carry me. So that's a good memory.
You never wanted to live that way. You never wanted to hurt me. Why am I running away?
And how is it when you go to meet your family when you're with your brothers and sisters, and is it kind of the star is here and...
No.
No? How do you manage to be equal to your brothers and sisters?
In fact, they kind of ignore me.
Oh, yeah?
I just sort of pretend that none of that exists, except, of course, when when an engine blows up in their car and they need someone to buy them a new motor. But other than that, I don't get treated special when I'm home.
Would you ever get married again?
Maybe.
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
Do you have good memories of your last marriage?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, strange as it may seem.
Things haven't been the same.